In this video, we're going to go over some of the basics of AutoCAD. This AutoCAD tutorial is for beginners. Just like you, I'm a beginner in AutoCAD, and I thought I would make a video just going over some basics like making shapes, modifying those two-dimensional shapes and objects, and then turning those two-dimensional objects into three-dimensional objects. So when you open up AutoCAD, you'll see this little cursor, these little crosshairs here. And if you click and drag, you'll notice that it's making funky shapes. And if you click once and pull it out, it makes rectangles, but this isn't actually a drawing. So if you start with this and you think, why can't I get this square to stay on the page? It's because this is just the select tool. This is just the tool that you'll use to select objects once you've created them. So to actually draw something, we're going to go over here to draw. Now you've got two tabs here, drafting and modeling. And you can basically think of drafting as two-dimensional and modeling as three-dimensional. So under drafting at the top, we've got draw, and we've got several tools here. One of them is the line tool. We'll start with that. If you click on the line tool, all you have to do is click once, and then you can move this line. And then the next place you click will be your next point. And then you can do this over and over again. Now notice when I move it, it's showing me the angles. This can be very helpful. If we wanted to be 90 degrees from this, we can look right here and it's 90 degrees, but this may be confusing for beginners. So what I would do, I'm going to hit escape to get out of this tool. And you'll see that's very important for every tool you use. You're going to have to hit escape to quit using it. And what I would do is deselect this little icon right here that says dynamic input. If you click on that, it will deselect it. And so now if we take the line tool again and we start drawing lines, we don't have that little angle finder on there. It just makes it easier to see what we're doing. So for beginners, I would recommend not using the little tool down there, the dynamic input tool. I would keep it unselected. Okay, so that's the line tool. And like I said, if you're drawing lines like this and you want to go back to another point, it will show this little green box. That means that you're going to land on another endpoint. If you want to do that, just click on it, and then you'll still be left with the tool. Like I said, you'll need to hit escape to finally end the tool. Now, after you hit escape, if you want to draw more lines and you click, you'll actually be right back where we started with the selector tool. So once you hit escape, you can think of it as putting the tool down. We no longer have the line tool because we hit escape. So we would have to go back over here to click the line tool to use it again, or hit enter, which you can think of as the opposite of escape. When you've got a tool, enter will send you back to that tool, and we can go back to drawing lines. Now what I'm going to do is hit escape, and then I'm going to use that selector tool that we started with to select all of these lines and then delete them. So if you click once and then pull this selector tool over, it will create a square or a rectangle. And if you click and hold, you'll be able to sort of draw a lasso around everything. Now, here's how this works. When you go from left to right, I'm going to click once and pull this over from left to right. It only selects things that are fully inside of my box. So notice the line that I'm hovering over is not selected because it's not fully inside the box. If I were to fully go over this line here, see how it lights up? So when you go left to right, everything has to be completely inside the box to be selected. Now, if you go from right to left, anything that's inside the box at all, anything that crosses lines with this box will be selected. So that's the difference there. Now, if I wanted to delete something that I've selected, I'll just, once it's selected, hit the delete key on my keyboard. So I'm going to do that again. I'm going to use this lasso and just start selecting things and delete them just like that. So that's how you draw lines, and that's how you delete those lines. Let's use the rectangle tool. If I click on the rectangle tool, all I have to do is click once, and then it starts to draw a box. And wherever I put that second point, that is going to be the point diagonal from that first one. So I can click here, and now we've got a rectangle. And unlike the line tool, once you click again, you close out. You don't have to hit escape to finish that object. So we've got our rectangle. If we wanted to draw a square, let's go ahead and turn the dynamic input back on. I'm going to click once. Oops, see, now I don't have that tool. It closed it out. We need to click on the rectangle tool. I'm going to click once, and notice I've got these number boxes here. If I type in 20 and then hit tab on my computer, it will give me the next dimension, and type 20 again, hit enter. Now we've got a square that's 20 by 20. If you want to just go back a step, you can hold Command and hit Z, or if you're on Windows, it will be Control Z. So once we have objects on the page, let's talk about modifying them. We can move this object over. The way that we would do that is with our selector tool. We would select the object, then go over here to modify and click this 4 arrow button here. This is the move tool. We're going to move this down. So we can start with any point as a reference. I'll start here and I'll just move it down like this, and then I'll click again. And so that's how you move it. You can also move a copy of it by clicking on this one right here. This is the copy tool, and you will need to select it first. So we can go over here, hit escape, use our select tool, just like that. Oops. And now we've got our object selected. Go to copy, and now this time it will move a copy. So see how we're just using basically the move tool, but it's going to move a copy. So I click again when it's where I want it, and it will hold a copy every time. You'll need to hit escape to get out of that tool. Another thing you can do, I just hit Command Z just to get rid of that one, is you can mirror a copy. So if we click on this one here, these two triangles, we can mirror a copy of this. And again, I keep forgetting to select it. So we'll hit escape and we'll draw over this to select the object, click on the mirror tool. Now I'll start with this corner as a reference, and see I've got another rectangle. I can just mirror it just like that. So it says erase source object like the first one. If I click no, both of the objects will be there. I'm going to erase these, hit delete on my keyboard or backspace, and then I'm going to use the circle tool. The circle tool is very easy. You just choose 2 points. The first point, when I click once, will be the center of the circle, and then the next point will be the perimeter of the circle. If I choose the circle tool and I click once and pull out, I can create circles just like that. And again, once you close out, you do not have the circle tool again, you have the select tool, and so we can select and hit delete. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the rectangle tool and I'm going to make a square, and I'll type in 20 tab 20, and so we've got a 20 by 20 rectangle. And what I'm going to do is make this a 3D object. So now let's go ahead and go over here to modeling. And this is going to bring up some 3D tools. Now to see our 3D model, we're going to need to change the view. A good view for that would be an isometric view. If we go up here to view and go to 3D views, I'm going to go to southwest isometric. And so what that did was give us a view from this corner. This would be southeast isometric in this corner, northeast and northwest. So right now we've got a southwest isometric view. Now let's go ahead and make this square into a cube. So we need to select it to begin with, and we're going to choose this tool right here, which is the extrude tool. When we click on that, it gives us this extrude option here, and we're going to bring it up. And if I bring it up and type in 20, again, hit enter, now we've got a cube. Now it's hard to see, so if you want to zoom out, you can use your mouse or trackpad and basically do like a pinching motion on a trackpad, or a scrolling, scroll the wheel on your mouse. You can also hold Command and hit plus or minus, and that would be Control plus or minus on Windows. I happen to be on a Mac, And then if you want to change the view, you can use this view cube up here. Just click where you want and drag around. So notice we've got a cube there. And so that is some of the very basics of using AutoCAD. I think it's a good place to start for beginners. We've created two-dimensional shapes, two-dimensional objects, modified those shapes, copied, mirrored, and things like that, and then turned them into three-dimensional objects. So that's all for this tutorial. I think it's a great place to start for beginners. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.